Okay, so first and foremost, disclaimer. I have always struggled with friendships.
We know she struggles with friendships because, I mean, Kyla, Alyssa, Karen, Hannah, duh.
It took me until out of high school until I felt like I had real friendships.
Yeah, well, that's because if you watch how her and Oscar met or whatever, she was literally like facilitating Oscar's relationships, with her friends. And she like got in fights over Oscar with her friends because they were like with him and she wanted to be with him or whatever. She caused all the issues with her friends. So any real relationships outside of high school or after high school, those were the ones that stuck around after all our crap.
I just want to say that I am not getting on here with like professional friendship advice. I don't have a group of 85 friends. I've lost friends.
We know, Kyra, that you don't have good like relationship or friendship advice. We know this.
So the first thing I want to say is friendships take work.
Bro, she did not just say that.
It's like a relationship. It takes effort. You have to provide some sort of value in your friendship.
What value does Kyra provide her friends? Because apparently a lot of them didn't get much from her.
You know, if you want your friend to be there for you, you need to be there for your friend. And don't forget to not just talk about yourself when you're talking to them. I feel like that's the biggest thing with friendships. That's actually something I'm guilty of.
So how's she gonna say that when you're communicating with your friends, don't just make it about yourself and then say you have an issue with only talking about yourself? That's what I'm talking about, man. She's super confusing.
Friendships are a lot different when you get older. Like in high school, you see your friend every day at school. But it's not like that when you grow up and you have kids and, you have jobs and you're busy with whatever.
I mean, she's making sense because obviously, when you go on with life and you have kids and that's your focus and you can't do the same things in high school, okay, fine. But no one's arguing with that. Her life isn't the same as like a regular person's because she is a vlogger. She's on social media. She makes a lot of money. And her and Oscar just come and go as they please. Those rules don't apply to them.
But yes, I have not had any type of falling out with these people. I know YouTube just like really, my fans just really want there to be some tea.
I wouldn't say that's just they want that. They're just curious because her and Karen were like best friends and engaged with each other so much on social media, and then what happened? They just stopped, and then she pretends like everything's okay, and Karen did too, but it wasn't. They were just lying.
But you're not going to get that here because I'm just not that type of person. Even friendships that I don't have anymore are not ones that have had some crazy falling out. That is definitely not the case.
And Alyssa said the same thing on her channel when she addressed her and Kyra, talking about how like, you're not going to find the drama here, guys. There's no drama. We just grew apart. But I don't believe they just grew apart.
I've had long-term friends turn on me for having kids.
Yeah, that doesn't really apply to Kyra because she met Karen and Alyssa through social media and had her kids at the time.
Like when you become a parent, it's no longer about you or your friends. It doesn't matter if you want to talk to your friends.
Like I was saying, Kyra like met Alyssa and Karen through social media when she had her children already. So when she talks about, oh, we're busy with life, they vlogged their life. They vlogged their vacations. What are they busy with? They literally had Alyssa come over all the time. It used to be like that. And they used to go back and forth between like KK and Baby J. They're just vloggers. They vlog their day and they go on vacations. What are they busy with? Nothing.
That's what I'm really trying to learn is just like boundaries. Like I should be able to have time with my friends and Oscar or whatever it is, like time with myself.
I don't know, man. Boundaries is such a weird word.
And when you want a decent friendship or a good friendship, which you deserve, you are not going to find it with that person if they're being toxic.
It's so like off-putting coming from her.
It's human nature to want and to need and think about what you expect. But don't forget to do those things for other people.
This is the same person who like didn't put any work into her relationships or friendships.
Never in my life have I been the type that likes to constantly have contact.
If you don't want to have constant contact with people, then why are you on social media? Why did you start a family channel? Why do you have a community? It makes no sense.
Well, if they live here in Utah, or like Hannah, she's one of my best friends.
Not anymore. Nope. That's done too.
I have a friend Joey that I talk to, same thing, like once every 6 to 9 months, and we're still as close as we were, but we don't need that constant talking and hanging out, and that is okay. That is okay. I don't know why that's so hard for people to wrap their minds around.
Because some people like to, if they have friends, they want people who are going to actually, be friends with them.
Somebody said, I guess because y'all weren't liking each other's pictures. I really hope that a friendship isn't based off of that, because for me, that is not, I literally rarely like things.
But it was true though. They just think we're all stupid, man. It's about patterns. Like pattern of behavior. Like we can see that you guys engage with each other every single day, and even if you don't, you still do it, and then you just cut each other off and stop and don't talk to each other and don't see each other in years. And Qua goes off to Utah to see the new baby, but Karen stays home. It's obvious.
There's a reason I never address this. It's because there's just no need, and I feel like people just want something that's not there.
No, it's just that people want to know why you guys aren't talking to each other anymore or engaging. Hello, you guys created content based around each other. That's what y'all do with each other. And then when you just stop it randomly, people are curious as to why. And then you can't blame them when you build this parasocial relationship with them and they wonder why you and Karen aren't your friends anymore, and when they liked you guys being friends. You cannot be mad at people for asking questions about something that y'all created.
It's very rare that throughout your life and all the changes you go through, whether you have kids or not, it's very hard to keep in contact all the time.
It's not hard. I'm not saying you have to, message everybody, but it's not that hard. It takes a few seconds. You have time to post on social media, just useless garbage. You took time to say happy birthday to a random hairdresser that you only met through Alyssa, an acquaintance, but you won't say anything to Alyssa on social media.
But I think with everything in life, stopping and appreciating what you do have in front of you is always a good reminder.
Yeah, and so what does she do? She cheats on Oscar, and then she screws over her best friend Hannah, Preston as well, and then gets with Preston and screws over Oscar all at the same time.
Friendships, there's more bad ones than good ones out there, right? You're going to find more friendships you don't like than you do like, most likely.
But that's only because one of those people within the relationship or friendship is toxic.
It's hard to find those friends that are going to support you in times and situations like that. But if you just get rid of, that's such a bad term, but drop toxic friends, you'll have room to allow those good friends in.
That's what she wants to do. She wants to drop all the toxic people, quote unquote, right? Because she's the toxic one, but she wants to drop all of them so that she can get yes men in her life.
The thing though that Oscar and I have always said, if we have a bunch of shitty friends, what are we doing wrong?
Again, Kyla, Alyssa, Karen, Hannah, the list goes on. All of them could not have been toxic. So what does that mean? Oscar's still friends with all those people. So if we're looking at it from a logical standpoint, maybe, just maybe, Kyra's the toxic one.
Right? Because you can only blame other people for so long. Am I shitty? And that's why I'm attracting shitty friends. And I feel like...
yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Oscar could not have a close friend that is the opposite sex. There's no way. Because at one point in time, Oscar was my friend. And then we had 4 kids. So...
that's our own insecurities. And this is somebody who was found cuddling up to another guy.
My husband and I have a rule to not be alone with the opposite sex. Don't put the temptation there. Nothing good comes from it. Absolutely, I agree.
Here's the thing. If there's temptation involved, it's a little weird. That means you're not 100% secured in your relationship, because if you're with somebody, you feel temptation, then obviously your partner isn't giving you what you want.
I feel that controlling the situation helped, so therefore I developed controlment issues, and now I have to always be the one in control, and that's not a good thing.
No, because she went out of control.
I do recognize that, so I'm always trying my hardest to not be that way towards Oscar, because I do trust him, and I'm not talking about cheating trust. I'm talking about just everything in life.
How's she gonna talk about cheating trust, man? Not when she cheated.
But I really feel grateful for the friendship that we have. And
she talks about the friendship that they had, but they never did anything with each other.
Friendship is the most important thing in a relationship. In my opinion, any 2 people can have sex. But
they weren't even having sex.
And I see, especially on TikTok, I see all these relationships where somebody found out something about their spouse or whatever. And I'm just so grateful that I don't have to deal with that, So... did Karina love you as much as she does in the beginning, or as much as she did in the beginning?
My guess is not so much anymore.